The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, I'm Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're going to be conducting a full sea trial and features inspection of the Tidewater 280cc Adventure. This one is powered by a pair of Evinrude E-TEC G2 250 horsepower outboards, so let's start right in and see how they performed on the water. The Evinrude E-TEC G2 250 is probably the most technically advanced outboard engine on the market in class. In a nutshell, it provides a 4-stroke fuel economy at cruising speeds with 2-stroke torque at the low and mid-range RPMs. Its strongest suit, however, is in its low-maintenance design, which integrates the steering and gear shifting into the body of the engine with no external rods or cylinders. The E-TEC G2 has an internal oil reservoir, an 81-degree tilt range, and has auto-winterization. Its beltless magneto system is more reliable than the automobile-type alternators used on most other outboards, and it was designed from the beginning to be saltwater ready and carries a 5-year factory-backed warranty, which includes corrosion. Run up to 5,700 RPM, they had us moving along at 51.3 knots. Best cruise seemed to come in at 3,500 RPM and 28.8 knots. It was there that we were burning a combined 16 gallons per hour, giving us a range of 332 nautical miles while still holding back a 10% reserve. In acceleration tests, the boat planed in 4.5 seconds and ran to 20 miles per hour in 5.1 seconds and 30 in 6.2 seconds. Test day served up 10 mile per hour winds gusting to 15 and steady 2 to 4 foot seas. When we drove the 280cc Adventure straight into the waves, the boat's deep entry, Carolina flare, and 22 degrees of dead rise at the transom carved through the seas and kept the decks dry. In following seas, we lowered the tabs to level with the bottom to extend the running surface and trimmed out the outboards to improve efficiency, making good headway. We wouldn't hesitate to make a canyon run in this boat. Now let's move to our tour. We'll start in the cockpit where we have the usual transom bench, and this one deploys and stows quite easily. And notice how the backrest moves in and out of position. Up above there's a cutting surface atop a self-draining fish locker. To the side is a livewell. With the bench stowed, there's plenty of open space for working the deck. A hatch leads to bilge and livewell pumps. The area is surrounded by bolsters that start at 22 inches and top out at 26. A freshwater washdown is to the starboard quarter, raw water to port. As expected, there's undergunnel rod storage and a tow rail for added safety. Just ahead is a second livewell with a lid held open with tension hinges. The interior has the usual rounded edges and blue coloring to protect the bait. To the side is a chum sink. Below is tackle storage and 2 drawers, and above are 4 rod holders. As we make our way around the front of the leaning post, we measured 23 inches of space to the bulwarks. All electronics are optional and fill an area 3 feet by 13 inches. Below is the Evinrude icon display and then a row of toggle switches. The digital engine control is fly-by-wire and eliminates the problems associated with the old cable runs. The entire helm station can be surrounded by isinglass sliding into these tracks up above. There's a recessed area for putting stuff, and items are protected with SeaDeck. There's seating for the captain and an observer that includes flip-down armrests and flip-up bolsters. And notice how the bolsters have curved fronts to add to the comfort when used for leaning against. Below are the battery switches, and a footrest to the seat base and console add to the comfort level. To the side is battery access, and lure tubes, tool, and hook holders are inside the door. Above is a hardtop, and supports are all powder-coated and also serve as grab rails to the sides. Moving down, they blend seamlessly into the console, so there's no impinging on the side deck space. Overhead, there's an electronics box with friction hinges holding the door open. Just above are switches for the overhead LED lights and spreader lights. 4 rod holders are at the rear. Continuing forward, there's 27 inches of space between the console and the bulwarks. There are plenty of courtesy lights, and there's head access to the port side. With 5 feet 11 inches, there's standing room for most people, and 4 feet 4 inches of sitting room. An opening port light provides natural ventilation. To the rear are access ports to the back of the helm. At the front of the console, no cushion on top of a box here. These are 2 comfortable and well-appointed seats with flip-down armrests to both sides. Moving to the bow, the bulwarks come up to 36 inches with recessed powder-coated rails, and the area is populated with V seating to both sides. 40 inches separates the seats at the rear. The rear bolsters flip out to form backrests, creating a bow rider type set of seats to port and starboard. A filler cushion creates a sun pad 4 feet 1 inch long. With the cushions removed, there's a casting deck with a non-skid surface. Of course, the table is high-low with separate pedestals. Storage is under the seats and in the deck. At the foredeck, there's a hatch covering a concealed windlass with the anchor mounted through the stem. Control switches are to the side. A cleat is provided to secure the rode. Overall, it seems that Tidewater's come up with an upscale center console that performs well and is quite comfortable to be on. From our backlit aluminum and carbon fiber helm station to the recessed bow windlass and the twin Evinrude E-TEC 250s, the Tidewater 280cc speaks of a premium level boat that can be tournament rigged as desired. And the twin Evinrudes also provide a good combination of power, performance, and economy. That's my look at the Tidewater 280cc Adventure. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.